So all this morning, we have been talking about startups and technology startups and how they are transforming the world. But the reality is there's a big part of the global economy and the population that's relatively untouched by a lot of this technology, certainly more so in India. And our next speaker runs a wonderful program here at Stanford, focused on exactly these kind of issues. And they do some phenomenal research work also on this particular topic, all of which is important in the long term for the startup ecosystems and industries to thrive. So I want to invite Anjani Kochar, who heads the India programs at Stanford Center for International Development. Thank you.
I want to start, actually, we are co-sponsoring this program with TiE, so I want to welcome you all to Stanford and enjoy the university, and we're delighted to be able to share with you in this. So this is not something that we usually do in terms of this kind of conference. And so this is really an opportunity for us to tell you about what we do at the Stanford Center for International Development. I run the India program there. And what we do is make sure that the Indian economy is a topic of research across Stanford University. And so we sort of bring together that research and do it over here. Raju, when he came to me with this idea, said that this is an opportunity for you to get out of your ivory tower and connect to people who are really changing things and doing fantastic stuff. And I think that is exactly right. It is a chance for us to connect with you, talk to you about what we do, and hear back from you. So of course, the first thing is you have to find common ground when you start a discussion with somebody else. And the common ground for us and for you, I think, is ideas. So this is, as you know, the government of India is now a master in putting together catchy slogans and phrases. And this is from their Startup India page. This is their action plan for Startup India. And I think it really is one of the best things and most inspiring things I've seen. So what if your idea is not just an idea? What if it sees light? What if it is really born? What if you can get someone to believe in it and help you nurture it? What if you can set a clear path for it? What if it can actually travel? What if it grows and blooms? And what if the whole world embraces it? What if your idea is not just an idea? So fantastic. I think what all of you are working on are the first 6 questions. What makes an idea an idea? What makes it come to light? A lot of that is mentoring, nurturing. But the ideas itself, I think India is not short of entrepreneurial ideas. And the nurturing and mentoring comes from organizations like TiE putting this together. I wanted to talk about the bottom 4 questions that this raises. What if it can actually travel? What if it grows and blooms? What if the whole world embraces it? I think to answer those, you have to move away from the hope, what if, and really move to the question, what makes an idea travel? What makes an idea travel? What makes an idea grow and bloom? And what makes an idea change a nation? The real constraints then, I think, are really not just the shortage of ideas or mentorship, but how do we change the economy? How do we make the economy stronger? I think those of you who work in India will agree with me when I say the challenges are really the nature of financial markets, the extent of poverty, governance, institutions, regulation. Those are the things that we'd have to change if your ideas can really fly in India and abroad. These are the issues that we work on at SCID. We work on research, and I wanted to talk about the value of research, that a lot of what you see in India that is working or not working could have been done better with good research. I put up just 2 examples of some of the research we've done at SCID. One is on financial sector and financial inclusion. The other is on schooling inequality. But in both cases, we highlighted the fact that the policies put up by the Indian government have caused a huge amount of schooling inequality. They've caused a large proportion of the Indian population to be shut out of the financial inclusion drive, and that better policies in this regard would have made a huge difference. Why is it that we still have such low standards in education, even when we're putting a lot of money into the sector? Well, the way schools are set up, that money is practically useless. And unless we can change the way the institutional fabric of the schooling sector, we aren't going to get those changes. That's the kind of research we do. And I guess what I'm putting out over here is that that research has to be in partnership with people like you if you are really going to change things over here. As we invest in ideas, we'd have to recognize that the growth of entrepreneurship in India doesn't just depend on entrepreneurial ideas, it depends on research ideas, it depends on research on the economy. And that in turn requires all of us to support that kind of fundamental institutional change that goes on in India, and that would be policy driven. We do that research, and then we work with people like TiE, with institutions in India to disseminate that research, both through annual conferences at Stanford, through conferences in India, and then through partnership with organizations like the Confederation of Indian Industries, IITs, just a whole host of institutions in India to make sure that that research gets translated into policy. I close again then. This is brief, and I'm around for the whole day, so I'd welcome the chance to talk to you, but close again with those same questions. What if an idea was more than an idea? What if we could have ideas that really change the world? Thank you.